Hi everyone, I'm Laura,
I'm Steph.
and welcome into Sister Circle Podcast,
Welcome.
the circle where as women we share,
Learn,
grow,
heal.
and thrive. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owner of the Gadigal land on which we are currently recording. I would like to pay my respect to their elders, past and present, as well as future emerging leaders. These as well as always been, and will always be an Aboriginal land.
Amen to that. Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of the friendship. This episode, the challenge of friendship.
Just like
Again, I would like
grazed.
to say if anybody is triggered by anything that we speak about today, do take care of yourself.
It's interesting that instinctively you just like, okay, guys, this is gonna be maybe triggering.
Well, because I think this is triggering. I
Yeah.
think some people take their friends as family. And I think sometimes there are an unhealthy expectation in friendship, I have to say, especially for those who love the word loyalty. There tend to be a big, massive burden that a friendship can carry sometime.
Okay, so I'm interested in that because the thing that I value in my friendship are loyalty.
Yeah.
So, how would you define that?
There's loyalty to me is that you don't stab me in the back.
Yeah.
But I think when people talk about loyalty, as in if me and my husband break up, delete him. Like or something like that, or
okay.
if I'm not that, but for some people, it's a true thing for them. I mean, I don't have no business speaking to anybody's husband anyway, but like I'm still not going to delete him off my Facebook unless I have a personal vendetta against that person.
No, me, even if I have a personal vendetta against him, like, no. For me, no. Like, loyalty is definitely like, don't stab me in the back. I'm not expecting that.
But people see that as a stab in the back.
For me, the betrayal wouldn't be like if I was married, you had created a friendship with my husband at the time, and I'm like living. It's hard because I haven't been in this situation, but I have been in this situation where like my friend got along with my partner, and of course they're still gonna continue to see him, and I'm not expecting him. I'm not expecting
See
them to
him?
not.
No, that's fucking weird.
What do you mean? Like,
See him is crazy. I'm never close to a friend's boyfriend. I'm only close to them based on the fact that I'm close to my friend. So am I my
but
sister's boy?
it happens quite organically. Like
No,
sometimes,
but
like,
even then, but I'm still. If you wanted, for example, a favor, like you wanted to talk to me about something that I know more about, and you wanted information, or you wanted me to connect you with somebody, fine, I can do that. But for us to just be like, oh yeah, long time, da da da, let me meet for dinner, no.
so,
But
like, just to clarify, and like, it's interesting because, like, immediately in your head, you thought about, like, you as a girlfriend, like, not with the husband of or with the partner of your friend. While, like, for me, like tomorrow, I'm thinking of my friend, like, and I'm thinking of my ex. Like, I have male friends. If they became really good friends, like, who am I to say, like, no, you cannot?
that's the difference with me. I don't have male friends like that. But I'm talking about my girlfriends. I have those friends. So if it came to the point where me and him broke up, and if it's different, if he wanted a job from your company, or he wanted tips, that you wanted to meet for coffee, that's a different thing. But to be like, oh, I haven't seen you for ages, catch up for a coffee. No, it's
Yeah.
weird.
No, except if you had this relationship before.
But I wouldn't have a relationship
Yeah,
to begin
exactly,
with.
but like that's you. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to say, like we're not talking about. Yes,
Like for me,
we hearing
to
your story.
my if I met a guy through my friend, that's their man or whatever. What world am I just gonna be like, let's catch up for a coffee? I met him through my friend. Like when I go to England, I stay with my friend Nadia, and me and her man would really go into philosophy conversation and theology, and we both really love it. But he's not my friend. He's her man. And when I'm in their house and we happen to be in the living room together and she's not there, whatever, and we're talking about theology, yes, that happens there. But it could never be like me and Paul are catching up on our own, just like, and I'm not staying there. I'm in London. Oh yeah, Paul. I mean, Nadia's not working. I'll come. No, no, you're my friend's man. There's the boundaries are there.
Yeah, yeah, like no, like I have no, like for example, like the situation that I can give is Jamal and Carla.
Yeah.
I met Carla first, but I was really good friend. One of my good friend Hector, when he was doing his farm work, he used to always, we will be on the phone, and he was to always tell me like, Laura, you need to meet my friend. Like, I have a friend, you're gonna love him. His name is Jamal. He's so cool. He's with his girlfriend here. You're gonna love them. The world is so small. Through another friend, I met Carla. We became good friends. We added each other on Facebook. And when I saw that she was friend with Victor, I was like, oh, you know Victor? And she's like, yeah. And then I realized that, okay, her partner, Jamal, is actually the one that Hector was always talking to me about. And guess what? I met Jamal and I love the guy. And
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I love these people
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we form a friendship that I don't necessarily have with Carla. And like, I'm not saying I'm not friend with her, but like, I see him as a brother. His boundaries, I already put that there. But to be fair, like even talking about this example, I wouldn't go and like and go and have a coffee. But for example, I always like sometimes just talk to him directly. I'm like, Jude, I want to see UFC game. You said that you were gonna make me see UFC game. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Carla to be there, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't have this avenue that I have to go
Yeah.
through Carla. But like I'm still really respectful. Like you
Yeah.
know, like he was like telling me like, oh Laura, you need to come home to eat. Carla sent me a text and like, oh Laura, you're coming home, and I'm like, yeah. You know, like I'm not like I'm going with the connection. It's really organic because I always had male friendship. Like I always been able to put those boundaries there. Like I like, you know, like when you're like, oh no, there's always a little bit of something could happen. For me in my head, like these guys that I'm looking at them, maybe for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And even for them, I don't think so. I know they see me as a sister.
I don't
Like,
know about men seeing women as a sister because
yes,
they know that you're
but
not
I
a
know them
sister.
for. I'm talking about those guys that I know for 20 years.
Yeah, but there's so many guys that they say they call each other. How many rom-com?
no, like I'm talking about guys that like.
I'm telling
Sorry,
you, but how many stories you hear of people who've known
That's-
each other since childhood, best friends, sisters, da 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 da, and then before you know it, one person is saying, "I've been in love with you."
hey,
It's-
no. Even just thinking of that,
No, no, no.
I know those type of things happen. And like you know, like I dated one of my friend too. I would have not called him a brother, like you know Olivier that you met. Like Olivier was sleeping in the same rooms than me. His girlfriend knew that she was sleeping in the same room that
Yeah, but that's
rooms,
different.
rooms than me.
Look, all I'm saying is that when I say that nothing would happen, because for me, once I'm friends with you, you're not going to see me naked anyway, right? So I know that for me is definitely a write-off. Even because there's lots of times where you hear friends, good friends, sleep with each other. The next day, yes, there's all this remorse and regret and whatever, da, 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 we shouldn't have, da, 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 da. But in the moment, whatever they were feeling, sometimes it happens because they're really heartbroken, they're really sad, they feel rejected, da, 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 da. One thing leads into each other, boom, it happens. Like, this is the reason why when you started puberty, your mom said, hey, you're not a boy, that's a boy. Like, it doesn't matter that you guys used to play. Now the puberty, you got them little things on your chest, and he's got whatever's going on with him. Even studs have had their male friends try it on. Like, and they see themselves as boys. They were playing ball or whatever. Because every moment is a new moment. It could 10 years ago, you could ask somebody, would you go there with Laura? They might say no, 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 no. Ugh. God, in some cases, brothers and sisters do it.
And also why I'm so confident is also because I'm not gonna feed off this energy. Even though like you can come into your mind into like, I don't know how I feel about you, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna be like, Jude, this is not happening.
But then from the moment that happens, everything changes anyway.
Even though it has happened. It has happened. Like I know some guys that have tried, especially when we were at school. But I don't fit this energy. So I'm like, I take that for granted. I would
Yeah,
have
but
to
that's
admit.
why I'm saying boy girl friendship, yeah, heterosexual friendship, is not the same as my friends. It's just not because somebody's feeling something.
I for sure know in all the friends that I'm thinking about, like the one, like my 20 years old friends, no.
Okay.
For sure, for me, no. And I know for them, like, anyway, let's move on. I think, like, all of that, it was mostly to talk about the expectation of friendship. I'm the type of person that expect loyalty from friendship. And by loyalty, I'm expecting you like not to betray me and betrayal. But I'm gonna be really upfront. So I will always say when I don't want this to happen, I don't like it. I'm really, really clear. I remember like we were in engineering school with a really good friend of mine, Alisa, and I told her, yeah, everything in here you can take everything. The only thing that you don't touch, I don't share toothbrush. I don't share a bottle of water. I don't like to drink and never touch my man. Otherwise, the rest, just ask me if you want to wear my shoes, my laptop, everything is yours. You know, even my car, if you want to use it, as long as you don't destroy it. And if you do, you don't need to pay me back. Like for me, like loyalty is not an unspoken rule. I speak about it. So you will know. I had people that, acquaintances that have been like, crossing these boundaries with me. And I
Using
would,
your toothbrush.
no, the man.
I don't think that I need to tell any of my friends that don't touch my man. Like, I don't think I need to say
You
that.
do.
No,
Some
I don't. Because if you do, that because part of friendship is also getting to know each other as well. Like my friend Nadia has this boundaries where don't leave anything in my house because I don't want to get rid of your mess or I don't want to get rid of your extra baggage. So that's her. That's not nothing to do with loyalty, but that's like something that she feels that she needs to speak on because some people might think, oh, she might need this or she might need this charger or whatever. I've already got my own stuff to clear up. I don't want you to leave anything in my house. And I've always thought that was really clear, like a strict boundary, something that would bring her distress. But I don't think that she needs to tell me don't kiss Paul.
Yeah, but you know why?
Like,
You know why? Because
what?
that's part of your value. Me too.
No, no, no. But I don't think she
But
needs to tell any of her friends don't kiss Paul.
no, because like if we talk about the friend that I talked about last week, she told me I was like, I was seeing this guy, and she was like, oh, I would love to meet him too. Maybe me too. I kind of, and like
Me too. What?
me too. I could, enjoy him as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, you need to sometimes, and like fair enough, and that's where I say like, I would never be able to call someone like that my best friend, but still
Well, to
that
be honest,
happened.
I don't even know that I could have the proximity. It would just it would just have to be somebody I know because I don't think stuff like that can be even spoken about because for her is absolutely fine.
So I have to like I'm gonna put a disclaimer.
Yeah.
She saw I think my body language spoke for me. I told her no. And then she's like, Laura, I'm laughing. I'm just a joke. That
But I
didn't fly
honestly
with
don't
me.
think that things like that can be told to people. If they are open to that, they will do it.
Yeah, and that happened to me with a really good friend of mine. And that's why I'm saying like, yeah, me I'm saying it. I don't care if like, oh yeah, that's normal or whatever. Sometimes like I don't expect people to just know what's my value and or do I stand for things.
No, but you have
Sometimes
to understand somebody
so
else's value and know how
yeah, but
close can I bring these people in.
exactly, but
Yeah.
sometimes like we don't have like especially when you start to meet someone and you get along with them, like like if you haven't spoke about it, like how would I know that this is all you stand for XYZ, right? If the situation come, it's either like it's a proper like it's spoken, but if it doesn't come, like I think like oh I see that there could be a glimpse of it, I'm gonna say it. And I have another friend, but that was we were younger to be fair, like 21, 22. And I wasn't the type of girl that goes after guys. Like it was really hard for me to be liking a guy. I remember especially in school. And then there was this one particularly, I was like, okay, yeah, I like him. And we had at the party, and like, I had this whole plan. Like, we were like kind of talking already and stuff. We were on the dance floor and she started dancing with him. She had a boyfriend on top of it. And they start like, like they didn't kiss, but like they were really, really close, like a weird proximity. And I just was furious. And I just told her because like, I'm like, this is not how I want my friendship to be. Like a guy that I'm interested in, you don't go there. I think I need to say it because I heard so many situations where friends like even if there is just an interest, let's just think that okay, like let's fight for it. The best may the best win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think in the big at the big if I saw a guy in the club and my friend saw a guy at that situation, it is let the best man win because
Yeah,
it doesn't belong to anyone. Even though it happened to me when I was 15 or 16, 15, I want to say 15, I was 15. It hadn't happened again since then or anything close. Because for me, it's bizarre, like for a friend of mine to make a move on my man, like, or a love interest. I find it so bizarre that if I have to tell you, we can't be friends anyway.
sometimes you need to learn just to accept the people that are around you. Like no one is perfect.
Yeah,
I
well,
think I learned to be a bit more lenient and tolerant.
well, it depends. It depends. Like, for example, I have a friend who had an affair with somebody who also was in a relationship, but for some reason, I didn't see that as a flaw. Honestly,
Hey.
I didn't. She had a man, and the guy she was with had a girl. I don't know. I didn't see it as a flaw, and I didn't necessarily think that she would come for my man or anything like that. No, I didn't see. I didn't. I did. I don't know why. Like maybe I know her as a whole, and I know that this situation was about something else. She's not hungry for man. You know.
What do you mean? I don't believe that. Like like I don't think like women that.
A
I
lot
don't
of
think
them,
it's
yeah. A
no.
lot of
I
them.
don't, no, no.
A
I
lot,
think
a lot of them are like for her. This was a
no.
situation where
Sometimes they just fell in love and they just think that oh, this is the hurt. The hurt is talking, and who am I to just say that no, I cannot.
no, for
No,
her it
no.
wasn't
That's
that. She's not airy fairy. She knew it was completely lust. Like she knew that her loyalty, her deepest place, it was with her partner. She wasn't delusional
oh,
in that
she
stuff.
was the one cheating.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she was the one cheating, but the person she was cheating with had a girl too. So they were.
Yeah, but what I want to like the thing that I want to clarify, I think it would be a bit unfair to say that every woman that is like dating someone that is already has a relationship, she's hungry for men.
I'm talking about women who sees it as I see it all the time with certain girls that I'll be out with. It would be like, where is the man? Like, where I will ditch you for the man. Like
Yes.
like I'm with you now, but if the man comes, see you later.
Yeah, I know those ones.
Like so that's what I mean by that. Like you're only I'm not out with you. I'm really out to find a man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't think still I still don't think that's women that are like with a man that is already with someone. They
Not
are
in every situation because every situation is different, but I've seen that for people who make it a habit.
no. I think there is also, I don't think it's angry. I think like for the people that makes it a habit, like there's clearly some abandonment issue or like things like that. That's
Yeah, but
you.
that's what man hungry people are.
Moving on. Like, have you ever felt like you had some friendship that carried more pressures and joy?
Yeah,
A
but
big.
very short. But this was a long term friend, like from high school friends. It became draining, and but it was one of those self-absorbed grievance that she had, where like even though we kind of drifted in a way where you had your world over here and I created my world over here. We both chose to take different paths in life. But in your head, you're my best friend, and how come you don't hang out with me anymore? You're with them, da da da. But I'm thinking that, like when people say you left me, like I don't believe in people leaving people. We both drifted, We drifted. There's nobody's left anybody. Nobody's done anything to anybody. For me, I knew one day we might bounce together organically, but don't hold me to like, I should be da 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 because, but
Like,
again, like,
do you like stop talking, or do you actually break up? Like, do you
no, I
like?
stop. No, because for me, I don't have an issue. I have an issue with your behavior. If you don't bring that behavior over here again, then we can carry on talking. Like, but for as long as you want to have that behavior and have that tantrum, then no, the door is always open. As long as you don't bring that mess over here. And there's no exception. My mother has that. I have that on my mother. I have that on my father. I have that on my brothers, my sisters, my cousin. Everybody's the same. You don't bring that madness here, then the door is always open. But you can't act crazy over here.
I'm a bit less lenient on those kind of things. Like, I have to admit, if we just drifted, yes, maybe I would have like the same approach. Like, but if there is actual betrayal, or like actual like thing that I feel like betrayal for my part, I will have a breakup.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you think about betrayal because a lot of things that happen. I've had massive betrayal with a friend before, but honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I grew in a way that I couldn't see myself grow. So I didn't even see it as,
But that, yeah, that's fine. You
yeah,
grew, and you always gonna grow for any situation,
yeah.
betrayal, accident, anything
So,
that's gonna
so
come to life. That
it's,
doesn't mean that, for me, why I will break up is because I'm not gonna give you the opportunity to do it
oh yeah,
again.
no, you're definitely not going to get the opportunity to do it
Yeah.
again.
So then, like, I'm not gonna let you in my space.
Yeah,
I'm protecting my space as well.
so for me, proximity doesn't mean that you're going to get the opportunity to do that
But
again
that's
because
not proximity, just talking to me, just
no,
having
but yeah,
access to me.
but even that, it's about like anything. You would have that with your children too, if you have children, different children. There's certain qualities that certain people have and others don't have. There's certain characteristics that others have and the others don't have. But if there is great element in those people, it doesn't mean that you're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It just means that with this child or with this friend or with this member of the family, I'm not going to trust you with this, for one. Like, I'm not, like, there's certain members of my family, close my parents have betrayed me massively. I'm not gonna not talk to them because do you know, because I worked on it. Even when I think about what they've done and I check to myself, that feeling is not there. But I know how you are.
So then, at which point do you decide that someone is no longer required in your life?
The way that I put my boundary, it makes you so uncomfortable you don't want to be around me anyway.
Okay, so then I'm confused now, because you like, this is exactly what I was saying. I'm saying, like, well, like, there's some people I decide that now they are not gonna, I'm not gonna give them access to me. I'm not saying that every time they're gonna talk to me I'm gonna shout at them and insult them, but exactly as you said, like, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna even like play like I have interest or whatever. No, you cannot talk to me like right now. I don't want to. So it's exactly
Yeah,
the
but
same
that's
thing. So then I don't understand when you said, "Oh no, I don't need to do that," because you're doing it.
well, okay, so obviously when the incident happened, I'm boiling in heat and anger or whatever. So I always would give myself the time, like, nope, I cannot talk to you right now, like distance. Eventually, I'll talk to them. Like, I know what they're like. So if you say to me, can you borrow me money? I've got it. No, I can't. Sorry. I really, with love, no.
Okay, so what you're saying, and which is, it's a bit aligned with what you were saying in the love series, is that you wouldn't necessarily initiate a breakup, like, oh yeah, I don't want to talk to you
No,
anymore. I'm
because I
not.
don't have a
But
problem.
no, you do.
No.
It's just you're showing it in a just different way, your
Yeah.
body language, or but you do. You just mentioned that. Sorry, like, if you know that this person, like, that, like, you don't want to talk to this person because
No, no,
they
no.
they always repeat everything that you're saying, and you don't have trust. Then, like, she's gonna come and be like, oh, what are you doing? Good, love, thank you.
No, but I don't have.
You,
But no, but it's not
but
a
that's the
problem.
same.
No, no, it's not because if I know I don't have to be angry with you or
But
don't want to.
I didn't talk about anger.
Okay, but
I didn't talk about anger.
I don't have to have a problem with you. For example, say secrecy, for example, right? If I know that you can't keep a secret, I don't have a problem with you that you can't keep a secret. I just can't tell you my secret.
That's it.
But but that's not a problem with you. I can't tell you my secret because I don't want my secrets to go out. It doesn't make you wrong as a person. It just means that you
Yeah,
are
yeah, but
unable
like
to.
no one has said that it's make you wrong or
Yeah.
not. Like I'm like it makes you not adapted for me. That's what I said from the beginning.
No, it
I
just makes.
said like, no, it is, it you're if you're the type of person that cannot keep secrecy and I want to keep my things discreet, you're not the right person that I can talk to.
Yeah, but
You're
then I
not the
don't have a.
person adapted for me. I'm not saying like this. What I'm saying is that in those cases, in those moments, all I'm dealing with it is, listen, I'm not interested in more. And I'm going to be quite upfront about it. Well, I don't like that you, and I've done it in the past actually. I don't like that you repeat everything that I say. I'm not interested. Please don't talk to me. Like, if tomorrow we cross in the street and she say hi, I'm not going to say like, no, I'm not talking to you. Like,
Yeah.
no, none of those
Yeah,
kind of
but
things.
the reason why I would keep those friends around, like for instance, it would be because there's just other things that I like about them. Because I'm obviously enjoying them. I obviously enjoy them in other capacity. Like when I stopped talking to my sister for a little while, and she's like, I like her.
What about the one that you were talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
when you said she just drifted apart and then
Yeah.
she had a new friendship
Mm-hmm.
and then she came back and then you mentioned it, if I recall that correctly, you said, oh yeah, when she was like, oh no, we are not close like that anymore. Isn't it the same thing when you're
No,
telling?
I was saying to her, that's what I was like, don't hold this up to me as if I've done something to you, be showing you a disloyalty when we've both have had different interests. I haven't dumped you or dropped you or anything. We've both drifted. But I didn't mind that our relationship were where it was. Like, because we'd done that before, like when we were 15 or something, where our relationship drifted apart because I changed school. And then at 17, or 16, 17, we went back together. It was organic or whatever. And that was fine. And even then, she also had interest in other friends and whatever. And I was also doing my own thing. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, she doesn't call me no more. She's the one who brought it up. And I was like, but you're doing the same thing. Why is it up to me? Why is it me doing the dumping? Like, I'm not having that. That's your problem. And if you want to be, you can be angry at it. And I never had a problem with her. But I just wasn't going to take the responsibility for something that I wasn't responsible for. So I was like, no, leave it there. If you're angry and you don't want to talk to me, take as much time as you need. Take as long as you need. You have the right to be upset with me. Be upset and come back to me when you want to come back. But don't come back with the same shit, because you're going to get the exact same attitude that I have. And do with it what you want. Whether you're going to talk to me or not talk to me, it's your prerogative.
So what you're saying is that generally you're the one that's like, you never close off. The people decide that they don't talk or to you or like, but
No,
you're
I
not.
have shut down some
Okay.
friendships. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
tried.
That's what I'm trying to ask, and you're like, no, no.
No,
Like,
I have.
I'm a freaking Mother Teresa.
No, I have shut down some friendship because I thought it was so ridiculous that I thought.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I've been asking. And then like you just lost us 10 minutes telling me like, no, no, I don't do that. And what I'm asking in those situation, or do you do? Like, do you initiate it or do you like?
No, I would no. I've but still that friendship is this. The door is still open.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
like even with that friendship, the door is still open.
what does that mean? The door is still open for this friendship.
It means that one day in
It can resume?
20 years time or whatever, it can resume.
As a friend,
But we have to be aligned. Again, it's not going to be like, oh, remember that. No, we have to be aligned and address the situation at this point in our lives. This was happening. You did this. I didn't like it. I don't have it. I don't hold it against her. But the door is too open. Of course, she was my dear friend. She was my dearest friend. Loved her to bed. We slept on the same bed and all of that stuff. You know, like from very, very young. So the door is always going to be open. Think about human being. You can be in very difficult spaces where people are just not in the right mind, and people can do crazy shit when they're not in the right mind. But for now, we can't be friends. But it doesn't mean that in
You
the
can be friends because you don't want to,
for
or
now, we can't be friends because I don't want to,
okay,
based on where she's at, where we're at, both of
okay,
us.
okay.
But the door is always, always open.
Why, like, I'm more like, Jude, I'm in the present. I don't want to talk with you. Please don't talk to me. But if you come and say hi, I'm not gonna like. I am impolite. I'm gonna say hi back. Did it happen in your life that you went back to a friend that like you realize that, oh, like we drifted apart or we had an
All the
argument, like,
time.
and you took the initiative to go to this person?
Only,
I love because I asked
yeah,
this question
I
because
did.
you were
I
like all
did.
the time, and I'm like, I'm looking at you.
No, but no, no, it does. But it happened when one in particular, she was going through a hard time, and I heard somebody said, "Oh my God, I saw her, and she looked a mess or whatever." And I didn't phone to reconnect the friendship. I phoned to just check on her. And but with the other friend, when she had a baby, I just thought, oh my God, I've known her since we were 11. And I was like, she's had a baby. And we were really, really close. So I knitted the baby a blanket and posted it from here.
I didn't know
And
you need, but
I just learned it because I wanted to learn. And then it was boring after. So I stopped.
you decided to reconnect. Why? Like you had a breakup.
No, I decided to reach out and send her baby a blanket. And then we connected. Obviously, it's not the same as we were because we live completely different lives and we're in different places and we're very friendly to each other. But is it the same connection as we were when we were kids? No. Is it the same as what I have with my really close? No, it's not. But yeah, but it doesn't have to be because she's my sister. She is a sister, but we just don't have that closeness now. But anything that she needs, like, when she was going for a custody battle and things like that, we talk, exchange things. When she was trying to buy a house in England and she was asking me a few questions about it, anything that she needed, I would send it to her or whatever. But
I'm big on responsibility. So like if I messed up, but that doesn't happen a lot because like I'm really like a like I obviously I can like make a mistake, genuine mistake, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I know I've done quite a few times. Ultimately, I'm gonna be like apologizing and trying to mend the friendship. When I'm at the point where like yeah, I'm breaking it off, yeah, like for me there's no comeback, and I wouldn't initiate that. And most of the time, like all the time, to be honest, I always saw my past friends coming back, and then it's a matter of me letting them in my life or not.
yeah,
To this place.
and for me, it's always based on if I make an assessment of where we both are. I don't even need an apology because nothing has been done.
No, no, sometimes you do something. Like I made mistakes. Sometimes you do something. I did something. I wasn't particularly cognizant of.
Like I said, if somebody wants to apologize, I say I don't need an apology. But if you're going to apologize, it's for you. It's for you and the way that you behave. If I apologize, it's for me and I'm apologizing for the way that I've behaved for me.
Exactly. No, but
But
like I also want now. It's also like apologizing. At least for me, it's acknowledging. Like it's from like that's
yeah,
the
but
whole thing. So
and
that's the whole thing about responsibility. I'm acknowledging that I messed up in here and I should have done better, and that's fine. Like I'm learning, and next time, like I will make sure that this doesn't happen again.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you apologize, I don't personally need it.
Yeah, yeah, you.
Like,
But a lot of people
I
need
love it.
apology.
Like I'm saying,
So this is
I
just
don't
you.
like the apology is not the reason I forgive people. Like these friends that I've said that I would let back in, the forgiveness happened maybe 6 months after the
Based on
argument.
what then?
just based on the fact, just me reflecting on it and me reflecting on where we were. And I could see that the sparkle, it was like a tinderbox, like just where I was and where she was mentally and all of that stuff. Our friendship just didn't make sense at the time, and it became a tinderbox. And when that stuff happens, things explode.
Okay, that's fine. And I think I understand that because there is no malicious intent. However, sometimes there is malicious intent. Malicious intent is not about the act, it's about the intent.
Yes.
It's about the person
Yes.
that wants to hurt you.
Yes, that was the intent. That was the
Okay,
intent.
so then it's not us.
Even if you intended to hurt me, like nothing, you haven't done anything. You've only really just destroyed yourself and betrayed yourself at that.
When there was a disrespect and like on purpose trying to hurt me.
Yeah,
but on purpose trying to hurt
Yeah.
me, just trying to tell me something mean.
Yes.
Just, oh no.
Yeah, I had that recently with a friend where we had an argument, and he assumed that I said something that was hurtful to him. Maybe I probably did, but that was not what I was intending. I was intending to do. He felt hurt by what I said to him, and he wanted to trigger the same thing. I still had an issue with it where I didn't speak to him because I thought he was trying to hurt me, although I wasn't hurt by that. I was hurt by the fact that he was trying to hurt me.
Like, like I still think like, in friendship, like there's always this example that I used to say, two people that love each other, even when they are so annoyed at each other, they still care in some ways. But like, for example, like my ex, and like we are ex for like for reasons that are quite legit, but never he would cross some boundaries, like calling me name, while like another ex that I met.
Yeah, but that's about the person.
It's part of the value of the people, right?
No,
and
it's about the individual. Like for me, I don't say mean words to people to hurt them, or even in an argument. I just don't.
Exactly.
Because but that's about me. That's not about that. That is for the respect I have for me. Like when I used to hear my auntie and uncle argue, and he would cast her down about her mother and everything. The only thing that I used to think, you don't have respect for yourself. You don't have a respect for yourself. Therefore, you cannot have respect for your wife. You have no boundaries for yourself in what you say to other people because it's part of dysregulation, right? It's like someone having a tantrum. Let's burn down all the bridges.
Yeah.
Like that is like
that for me that's the point of no return.
Well, no, it's not really for me. But again,
for me it is.
There's always going to be consequences to that, of course. Like when I see my uncle, I felt bad for him because I used to think to myself, you have no respect for yourself to allow those words. You can say it with your friends or whatever, to actually speak to another directly to another human person like that, and you feel as if the whole world is attacking you when they're not attacking you. Like you feel like you're under siege or something. And that's why I feel bad for them, because I think nobody is hurting you. Like you're trying to inflict pain, you're trying to shoot bullets. No one is hurting you right now. It is malicious intent. It is, but I feel bad for her.
Yeah, that's fine. That we understood that, but like it's still a malicious intent. Like remember, what we're judging is the person and what they're trying to do, not all it has effect on you. Like that's not really the part that I'm going through. It's like for me, that's what I'm gonna judge. It's your intention, and if your intention and you're like able to like put this intention with act, now you don't have a space in my life.
Well, yeah, if you don't have a space in my life, if that's how you choose to carry on living, no, of course not. Like I said, you can come back, but you gotta get your behavior right. You gotta learn how to regulate your damn self.
Even though I've like for me like that's where, and maybe like I know I'm quite resentful. No, for me you did it once, because for me I know I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna, and even if I want to, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, that's the different challenges in the friendship. But like I said, like for me, there's always room for redemption, as long as everybody comes correct when you're coming back, because you're not going to come back with the same attitude. Obviously, the door can't open for you if you come back with the same stinking attitude as before. They say hurt people hurt people. So, and I know that for all of the situation, the example that I've used, I could see it even at 13 years old, and my friend was going on like that, or 14, 15, going on like that over the boy. I knew instantly how she felt about herself, and getting that attention was meant something for her. No, it wasn't okay that she did that, absolutely. But I just knew that that attention meant everything to her from a boy. And she missed that. So I didn't hold it. I thought it was a disgusting behavior, which I didn't know. I did not know how do I implement that. I definitely thought it was a disgusting behavior. But I also knew that this was so meaningful for her, and that's why she did it. So I know, and we're all flawed. This is why I say that, like there's always, as long as there's changed behavior, there's always room. Some people might not even want to come back anyway. So then that's fine for all of us, for all parties. And that friendship lives on because I have beautiful memories of them. I love them to bits. But I know that for as long as their attitude is like that, I can't be close to them. That's it. But I still love them to bits. All right. So that's the close of this week's circle. If you've taken anything from this conversation, do let us know in the comment section. Do comment, share, like, subscribe, follow, and share it with your friends. If you have any question you'd like our opinion on, please let us know by email or Instagram DMs. The email is thesistercirclepodcast@gmail.com. That's thesistercirclepodcast@gmail.com. Join us next week in a new circle. Until then, have a great week.
Have a great week.